We're at Toshiba at Mobile World Congress 2010, and this is the new K01. There it is, with the opening, with the keyboard. So what is the difference between the TG02, if you can compare the TG02 and the K01?
Well, you have on the TG02, you don't have a keyboard, obviously. So on the K01 you have a keyboard. It's a little thicker, but still you have a device with a full keyboard at 12.9 millimeters. So it's very, very thin.
It's still thin, but what is the difference in thickness between the two?
The TG01 is 9.9 millimeters, the K01 is 12.9 millimeters. So it's not as much. They're running on the same platform basically, so they're both Snapdragons with 1 gigahertz.
And they're both running the same processor and the same screen?
Yeah. Well, the screen is slightly different since the K01 has an OLED display, which gives you a lot more color contrast.
So this is 4.1 inch, and this is 4.1 inch OLED.
Yeah.
And this is LCD.
Yeah, right.
But that's a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. So the main difference is the keyboard and the OLED screen. That's the difference for the K01, for the new device.
Are these real OLED screens behind the screen right now?
Yeah.
So it's like the first OLED screen in that size ever made.
Well, in that size, yes.
There's no other 4.1 on the market. So can you say anything about who is making this screen? Is it Toshiba? Or is it Samsung?
Well, to that extent, I don't really know, since the device is rather new, so we don't even have a release date yet for it. So the TG01 will probably be shipping in the first half of this year.
Yeah.
We don't have a release date for the K01 yet.
And so it's going to run 6.5, no release date, no price.
It's been running 6.53.
Yeah.
So since both screens are capacitive, you have to use the 6.53 version of Windows Mobile since it's optimized for capacitive touchscreens.
Alright.
But as I said, we don't have a release date yet for the K01.
But the AMOLED is supposed to give better battery life and better quality viewing.
Yes. Because every pixel, so to say, has its own backlight. So if a pixel is switched turned off, it don't take any power. So the more black you have on the screen, the less power the display takes. So that's a real advantage.
Can we look around just what kind of connectors we'll have, or even though this is?
We have the standard connected at the.
This is the finalized design.
Yeah. Oh, we have a standard micro USB connector like the TG02 as well. Don't know if it can work that out. Don't know, maybe
there's a USB and there's going to be a good camera.
You have 3.2 megapixel camera. You have micro USB, just the same connector as on the TG02. Just let me show you.
And the TG02 is release date soon, right?
Yeah, so the first half of this year, depending on country, on partner, etc.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.